Hi, I'm Dr. Maria Lombardo, and I am the paleo cosmetic surgeon. Tonight, we're actually going to show you how to make nutmeal with berries. A lot of people, when they go paleo, can't stand giving up their oatmeal cereal, so we're going to show you how to do a different version of that. Oatmeal. What about my oatmeal? Well, you can't have oatmeal, so a good substitute is, it's called Nutmeal. And I basically stole this from Mark's Daily Apple website. He is primal, not paleo, so if you do go check out his website, there's a ton of great recipes, but they include a lot of dairy or clarified butter and a few other things that were not allowed for the 6 weeks that we're doing this. But there are some great recipes, and this is one of them. So, little food processor action. And again, I'm not really going to measure this out because it doesn't matter a whole lot. But about a half a cup of almonds and half a cup of pecans, a banana. It says a half a banana. Use your judgment. If it's a fairly large banana, use half of it. If it's a smallish banana, use less. And I'm going to use a half on this guy just so you can get a good idea of the consistency. All right, we're going to throw in some more of our super yummy cinnamon. All right, and then just a little bit of coconut milk or almond milk, whichever you happen to have or like. And this is... You can use whatever you like. This is really, I mean, you'll see, this just basically grinds up into kind of an, it's more of almost a cream of wheat consistency than kind of an oatmeal. And really, you can process it all the way down to a really fine, almost paste, or you can keep it really chunky. You can leave the pecans out and add them at the end so that the pecans stay kind of chunky. I mean, you can, do whatever you want. The other great thing about this is that, well, I guess not like oatmeal because most people don't like cold oatmeal, but you can eat this cold with just a little bit of almond milk to, add some liquid to it, or you can actually heat it up in the microwave or, on the stove with a little bit of almond milk in it as well. So there's nothing to it. And it does tend to stick up on the sides a bit, so you might want to push it down a bit. And then you'll notice I added salt in it as well, or at least it's in the recipe, so let's add it now. Salt, it sounds like a strange combination here, but the salt really wakes up the flavor of the nuts, and with the sweetness of the banana, it's a nice complement. And that's it. So it sort of has the consistency and the lovely color of oatmeal as well. Cheryl was commenting yesterday that it looks rather like baby poop, and I actually sort of agree. It smells fantastic, so it is out. Please try it. Do not be afraid of how it looks, but it really is delicious. It probably would, and it really kind of depends on, again, your consistency preference. So you can just kind of play with it a little bit, whoever asked that question. But yeah, you absolutely could do it in a blender as well. And if you like it to be a little bit more cream of wheaty and thinner, adding some more, I added coconut milk, but if you add almond milk, which is thinner, it'll be a little bit more liquidy.
So that was like what's the difference? That's like in a canned coconut milk. So
yes.
what about the cartons?
Most cartons have emulsifiers in them, which are not paleo. And what the reason that they're added is so that they stay blended together and they don't separate out. And most of those things are really not, they're chemical based and not really good for you. So, okay, so what I wanted to show you about thickening the sauce, using a little bit of arrowroot, You can get bags of it at Clark's or any nutrition store. You can get it in most spice aisles as well. You don't want to sort of sprinkle this directly on because it really, particularly with heat, it clumps up right away and gets kind of gross and gummy. So what you do want to do is dissolve it in just a tiny bit of water. Obviously, you don't want to add a lot of water to something you're trying to make thicker, but just quarter of a teaspoon, half a teaspoon at the most. And just blend that up. And then pour it right directly into the hot liquid. And it acts similar to a roux, like adding flour and butter to something to thicken it. All right, and that is our sauce there. I'm gonna turn that off. And again, you guys will get to try that as well.